Now these cubes in the back of the aquarium are called marine pure cubes. They come in cubes, they come in balls, they come in blocks, and all sorts of things. Rocks. And if you place these medias inside your filter, the water will be forced through this media, and that is called active filtration. And active filtration means that the water is in direct contact with the bacteria that grows inside this media, and the bacteria that grows inside this media break down the nutrients produced by the fish. Now, various people online have argued that passive filtration doesn't work. Now, I have used passive filtration in all sorts of capacities, even in situations like this, where we actually turn the tap off and then we have a aerator running in the tank, so there is water flow and oxygen in the tank, and we have a decent stock of fish in the tank, and our water quality remains perfect. Now, without these media balls here, then there is no way that we are not going to end up with ammonium nitrite and so forth. But in this situation, we do not end up with ammonium nitrite and so forth because of what's called passive filtration. So the water is moving around this media, and the water is full of oxygen. Now, on the outside of this media, you're going to form nitrifying bacteria, which is going to take the ammonia and break it into nitrite. Then, within the confounds of this media, you'll start to form other nitrifying bacteria, which are going to break the nitrite into nitrate. Then further within the confines of this media, due to the passageways and rooms and so forth that this media has that accommodates bacteria, basically making it very much like a live compost heap, you're going to form what's called denitrifying bacteria. This denitrifying bacteria is going to break the nitrate into nitrogen gas, which is going to harmlessly precipitate out of the aquarium. Now, the magic of this particular media, more than any other media, is the amount of research that was put into this media by Nanodynamics, which was a biological waste company in America that worked out the perfect surface area to volume ratio to allow the formation of nitrifying and denitrifying bacteria without the formation of anoxic bacteria, which discharges hydrogen sulfide, which is a toxic gas. So this different levels of bacteria that grow within the porous structure of this media is what allows the passive filtration. And I've tested passive filtration a lot and had quite good results from it. In general, I will move more towards passive filtration if I'm looking at nitrate reduction. I will move more towards active filtration if I'm looking for ammonia and nitrite production. But there are various people online that speculate that passive filtration does not work. But I've never met anyone that's actually tested it that says it doesn't work, because I've tested it extensively and found that it does work. And for you to have that view that passive filtration does not work, you would have to subscribe to the notion that bacteria will not grow inside this media. And bacteria is such a versatile and amazing organism that it will grow basically on any surface, anywhere, and it will grow inside mud. It'll grow in the most extreme and harsh conditions. You will still find bacteria. So for you to think that passive filtration doesn't work, you would have to think that somehow bacteria will not grow inside this particular media, even though it has a perfect surface area to volume ratio to allow nutrients to pass through it. So basically, bacteria grows in colonies, and the waste from one area of bacteria is passed inside this structure, and the bacteria creates little communities where one bacteria's excretion or waste is the food or oxygen supply for the next. So they pass the waste inside, they pass the fish waste or nutrient inside to each other, and then they pass it back out via each other, and as nutrients and oxygen and so forth is available, colonies will grow to suit that particular environment within the porous structure of this media. So anyway, I am a big believer and fan of both passive and active biological media. A perfect, example of passive biological media would be a live sandbed, and Marine Pure is basically the perfect surface area to volume ratio to form those same colonies or types of bacteria that you would find in a live sandbed. Now, there are various medias on the market now that are trying to copy Marine Pure, but they do not have the research. They're basically sold on an idea. They're not so much sold on the science. The millions of dollars that went into this media for the waste industry is not available to the aquarium industry. So various aquarium companies now that are trying to come up with copies to Marine Pure, they really do not have the R&D capacity that this particular company did pre-global financial crisis. Anyway, if you want any more particular information on this media, Marine Pure, then you can get in contact with Samco, which are the current producers of this product. Otherwise, if you do contact me here at Majestic Aquariums, I'm pretty sure I can answer most of your questions. But just give it a go. I get amazing results from this product, and I'm a big believer in passive filtration as well as active. I don't work just with passive, I work with active too. So any thoughts you've got on this subject, any knowledge you've got on this subject, then put a comment down in the comment section.